NBA fans, welcome back to my channel. Jordan versus LeBron. Now, we just got done doing Jordan's 88, 89 regular season, and wow, was that impressive. If you haven't seen that video, go back and check it out. Or just kind of like blew me away. Because sometimes we forget how, how great this guy really was. We think about the 88 season. We think about, maybe the rookie season, the 91 season when he won his first championship, something like that. But we never give this guy credit for his 89 season because we don't want to do that. The media doesn't because they don't want too much to get out to put LeBron's case as the GOAT way on the back burner. Wow. Go check that video out. Like I said, these videos are Jordan versus LeBron. We go from the rookie season all the way until right now. We're in the 5th season until the end of their careers. LeBron is still playing, so I guess that's going to go until he stops playing. We're on season 5. We went through the regular seasons, the playoffs, and if they made the finals. So I'm not going to really go into detail about the past videos I have in every single video that I made, but I'm not going to go too into depth right now over it. But what we was looking for is the meltdowns. We look at game for game, especially in the playoffs. I guess we can go into the 89 season where Jordan played the Pistons. I don't really care too much for all the other games and stuff like that. We want to see what happened if he melted down. And the same thing for LeBron. Well, we already went through that for LeBron. We did the pit. He played the Detroit. He played Boston, the Big Three. The first time he ever ran into a super team. Go check that video out. He did melt down in LeBron fashion, and it was plenty of meltdowns every season before that, as the media will never tell you about. We were all around when all this stuff was happening, when this guy melted down in every playoffs. His first, I think, eight playoffs, according to the percentages. Yes. So, like I said before, I don't consider a meltdown you losing. We look at the percentages. The free throw percentage, the turnovers. We look at the field goal percentage, what position you played, where'd you shoot at. We look at the 3-point percentage based on did you try to shoot the 3. To me, if you shot 2 or more, you tried. 2 or more a game, you tried. If you didn't, if you attempted 1 or less, that's not even trying. So that's what we look for in a meltdown. Those type of things. We don't look for you scored 32 points, 10 rebounds, and 12 assists. We don't just look at that. We want to look at your field goal percentage. We want to look at your turnovers. Were you the reason? We want to look at your defense. Were you playing defense? Okay. Based on your position. We know, LeBron, maybe he won't have a lot of steals because he plays forward. I mean, I think Akeem Olajuwon, he played center. And I think he's in the top 5 or 10 all-time in steals or something like that. So if you want to, you could. But LeBron never did. But what I can tell you is blocks. In that position he's in forward, we're going to look at his blocks. A guard shouldn't have more blocks than a forward, especially a forward that is supposed to be this freak athlete. And all this stuff. So let's get into this playoff season right here. And like I said, we'll examine who Jordan lost to, most of us know the Pistons. He lost to the Pistons. We're gonna go examine that game and see what happened, and see why they lost. We know how good the Pistons were, and they won the championship that year. And we just got to go in depth to see what happened. Did Jordan melt down? I mean, a lot of people maybe think Jordan didn't melt down. And you really got to go game for game and look at these stats. Like I said, the percentages, the turnovers, all this type of stuff. Was it Pippen who melted down? Did he get any help? Stuff like that. That's what we're looking for. But in the playoffs that season, 34.8 points per game, 7 rebounds, 7.6 assists, 2.5 steals, zero point 0.8 blocks, 4 turnovers, 51% shooting, 28.6 3-point percentage. And I can tell you right now, even though it's not on here, he attempted 2 threes a game, and he shot basically 80% from the line. So let's look at this right here. It's a pretty good stat line for the playoffs. I think it would have been higher if they would have not have played the Pistons, because I do think, as we will look at that Pistons game later on, I think his averages in that game was lower, and that's what you expect. That's a great defensive team at times when they're not kicking and punching you in the air. So let's go over this stat line right here. We got 34.8 points per game. I mean, that's that's great. 7 rebounds a game. All he was doing was shooting, according to the LeBron fans. He doesn't do anything else. We saw in this same regular season, 89, he grabbed 8 boards. 7.6 assists. Okay. I thought all he did was shoot. The same season again, he grabbed or he dished out 8 assists per game. What? Let's mind you, Scotty had already played a whole season last season. He's going into his second season right here. And you're trying to tell me Pippen did what? I'm trying to tell you people, until 91, Jordan led the team in assists and rebounds and blocks and steals, okay? That's what I'm trying to tell you. Pippen didn't come in and do nothing. Yes, he came in and he played basketball, but he did not come in taking over the assists, the rebounds, the blocks, the steals, all this stuff. Michael Jordan was still on top, okay? When we go 2.5 steals, homie was still on his game, okay? 4 turnovers a game, that's not good. Okay, I'm not gonna say it's good, not good for LeBron, and then not hit Jordan with the same thing. So he might have been some of the reason why they lost to the Pistons. We'll see when we see that video, when I put out that video. So some of those turnovers might have been because he played the Pistons, but still, that's no excuse. 51% shooting from the field. Wow. And you're scoring 34 points a game? The LeBron fans say pass the ball. Who we going to pass this ball to? J.R. Smith, when this dude is on fire? He's hitting more than half of his shots. We just got over the regular season. He was hitting 53% from the field. He was hitting more than half of his shots as a guard, not a center, which would still be pretty damn good. As a guard. So he's killing you from outside. You can't do nothing with him, okay? Like I said, this is season 5. LeBron is yet to shoot 50% from the paint. from the field, and he shoots 70% of his shots in the paint. Yet, must be his competition, right? Like I said before, 28.6 3-point percentage. And he was firing up to a game. He was shooting a bad percentage to me. He was trying to shoot the three, and it didn't work out. But when we look back up, he was shooting 51% overall. So he was attempting 3 a game, but he was like, okay, I'm not hitting those 2 a game. Let me stop. He didn't go buck wild. You can see in the past videos when we talk about LeBron, he's shooting 4 to 7 to 8 a game, and he's shooting 31%, 26%. He's never shooting a good percentage, which is, starting out being decent would be 35 and up. He doesn't hit that yet in year 5, but yet he's still firing 4 to 8 attempts a game. In the playoffs, in the finals. Okay. 80% from the line. So Jordan, he's not a liability from the line. We've never known him to miss any shots in a big time game or when the game was on the line. I'm not going to say he never did that, but if you do it a couple times, maybe in 82 games a season, and then all the playoff games he done played throughout the years, the final. If you do that a couple times, nobody's going to remember that. But if you do it again and again and again and again and again and again, people's going to remember it. And it's going to be told by your percentage anyway. If you're shooting 72% from the line, 74% from the line, people's going to remember that. But if you're like Shaq, nobody cares. Everybody knows Shaq is a center, and he can't shoot free throws. But people like LeBron, they make excuses for him. They won't say he sucks at free throws, and he does. For a forward, he sucks at free throws. He's not a shooter, and everybody knows if you can't shoot the free throws, you're not a good shooter. That'll determine right there your percentage on the free throw. If you're in the 80s, you could shoot a mid-range. If you're in the 90s, you could shoot from everywhere. So, like, comment, subscribe. I want to hear your comments. Jordan puts out another mind-blowing regular season and playoffs. And like I said, we'll delve into the numbers of why he got put out. I think this was his second round against the Pistons again. We're going to find out. No, I think it might be the Eastern Conference Finals. But we're going to find out why they lost to the Pistons in the next video. We found out why LeBron had lost to Boston. Go watch that video. In his 5th season is pretty hilarious. And if Jordan melts down in the next video, we're going to put it on there because we're putting all his stats on there, game by game, turnovers, field goal percentage. We're going to see why he got put out against the Pistons. And like I said, we're not going to try to sugarcoat it because it's Jordan. We don't have his plus minus, which kind of sucks. But we got everything else here. I don't think, we can tell a lot of times the plus and minus by the turnovers and the free throw percentage and the stuff like that. It's real. The turnovers and the free throw percentage is really going to kill you. So, like I said, subscribe, leave a comment. See you next time.